What's going on, guys? Welcome back. So in this video I want to show you guys what you can do if you have a power outage, and for me it's the safest way of to do it. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I'm going through one and it's a headache. We got a lot of livestock that we don't want to lose. We don't want to lose. And trust me, guys, I went through a headache trying to do this. Excuse the noise in the background. I went through a headache trying to make this happen just to keep my reef tank alive. So this go for people that got reef tank with a lot of livestock, corals, fish, and they don't want them to die. And also for you freshwater people, that you guys also has plants, fish, and invertebrates that you guys don't want them to die. So about yesterday in the morning, my light went out due to a transformer, and that's when the clock started ticking. So I started trying to figure out what to do in that situation. And the first thing that was in my mind, it was get the wifey to a power source because she has an oxygen machine. So that was my first concern, and then it came the tank. So I took her to my mom's house. My mom had electricity, and I got her to connect her to a power source. So the first thing you could do, just to prevent just to prevent your livestock from dying, is what I did. Of course, it's gonna be a headache. Of course, just excuse the noise, man. They cutting trees. You guys know we went through a storm, and they just cutting the trees, getting all those stuff away from the power lines. But so, one thing you could do, and it's what I did, is it's a headache, it's stressful. But one thing that I did, I probably put a short video so you guys could see what I was doing, is you can, if you have a sump, you can grab water from the sump, get a bucket, grab water from the sump, fill it up almost halfway, and then just dump it inside the tank. That way you're gonna be creating some type of flow in there. You're gonna be moving detritus around, and then your overflow is gonna start working. So you know what? Let me put a short clip so you guys can see what I'm talking about. You have it. This is how the first solution that I found. So basically, I have two tanks running, but they all running with the same sump. And what I did basically, grab water from the sump, put it in one tank, let it drain through the plumbing. That way, the water inside the plumbing don't get bad. Because that's one thing you don't want, all that bad water go back to the sump and or through the system. And then I did the same thing over and over every hour until I kept thinking what other solutions I could find for this situation. So like I said, it was a little bit stressful, because I had to come to the house, then go over there, check on the wife, make sure everything's doing good, then come back and do it again. And I did that for a couple hours. Then I started thinking, when we go out for vacation or we go to the parks for picnics and stuff like that, they usually sell this outlet that you connect to the car, and you can plug it to the lighter, and it has multiple plugs. And that's another way that I found to basically provide power to the aquarium. So that's exactly what I did. I'm gonna show you guys what I got. Lucky for me, my mom had one, and that's exactly, this is the stuff that I'm talking about right here. So you can see I got 3 plugs. It has USB connections, and it trust me, guys, with the pumps they make nowadays, that they DC powers, they don't drain that much power, or they don't use that much power to operate, and this is the best thing. So once I thought about this and my mom had one, I came here to the house. Of course, you gotta have your car full of gas. If you're planning to go like me, the light is not coming on to Sunday, so I already filled the tank up with gas, like planning for the worst. So this baby right here was running 2 lights, and it was running, of course, the lights I couldn't have a full intensity, but it was running two lights, it was running the return pumps, and that's good enough to create oxygen change and provide some light for the for the livestock. So this is the name of this one. I don't know if this is a newer brand, but that's the one my mom had in hand. But I'm pretty sure if you go to Walmart, places like that, Target, or even Circuit City, you can find stuff like this, man. And it's a lifesaver, guys. It's a lifesaver because the minute I found this, my stress was released. My stress was super released. So, but as you guys can see right now, it's not connected. And the reason why, the only street that lost power here is my street. And they say they're not coming on to Sunday. So lucky for me, I'm good friend with everybody around here. So the guy in the corner store let me throw an extension cord all the way from his basement. And it's running through the bottom. You guys can see right there. It's running through the bottom here, and it goes up to the window and inside to the house. So I'm gonna show you guys the tank, and so you can see the flow that I'm providing right now. The cables run through the window, so there you guys have it right there. So run through the window, comes here, connect to this multiple outlet extension cord, and I got flow running in the tank. So it's a good flow. Of course, only the return pump is keeping the livestock alive during the afternoon. I take times with the light, so provide some light for the corals. I only got today to go, and then a little bit from tomorrow. I also can feed the fish. So it's working. It's working fine. So one thing here is the other line going to the oxygen machine, and they good over there. So another thing that I mentioned is this battery power air pumps. Why I didn't mention that from the beginning? Because they don't work. They will work for a smaller tank. This is a 14-gallon tank. They will work for a smaller tank, but that's only for minor livestock. For a tank just with a couple fish, and so you could provide oxygen exchange, break the surface a little bit, but you gotta get a ton of batteries, and it's just only gonna last you so long. For a system like this big, it's not gonna work. I gotta get at least like 20 of those things to keep this whole thing alive. So that's the reason why I had mentioned the battery power air pumps. But everything is doing good, so I'm keeping my finger crossed that by tomorrow the UI, the light company here, is gonna do what they say they're gonna do, and they're gonna come and fix this situation. It was a little bit stressful, so now I'm a little bit relieved. The fish are doing good, the corals are doing good. I thought I did lose these two blue velvet nudibranchs. My boy got them from New York. He came all the way to New Jersey to bring them to me. He also brought me those two air pumps. Like I say, I'm not saying that they don't work completely. They do work for smaller tanks just with fish. I doubt that they're gonna, probably, with some plant, but smaller tanks, $10 or less. But I gotta thank him. I can't thank him enough. He drove all the way from New York here to bring me those nudibranchs that he had already for 2 days. And sadly, they didn't make it. They didn't make it because, they were starving. They needed food. And sadly, they didn't make it. So he brought me these two pumps, and I do use them in case I need to basically disconnect the tank for just a small period of time, like 10 minutes or so. But soon I'm ready to connect the return pump back. I do it. One thing you could do is, if you have your return pumps, face the return nozzle upwards, so that way you break the surface even more. You guys can see, look at all that ripple I got going in there, and that's how I'm providing oxygen exchange for the tank. It's not that much flow going on inside the tank. I could also turn off the return pump for a little bit and connect the power head, so that way at least I move everything around for probably half hour, and then connect the return pump back again, so all that they try to go down to the sump and get taken out of the main display. But for now, like I said, it's a big relief that everything hopefully everything's gonna survive. Some of you guys thought that it was me connecting all the stuff together here, but no, it was a transformer. The light situation I had before is already taken care of. It was a bad outlet, and it wasn't me also connecting all the stuff. You know, it was the bad outlet. It was touching inside the wall with something. But we Gucci now. Everything is good. Now we just gotta wait and wait until the light company come and fix the problem. So yeah, guys, so I hope you guys find this video helpful. I saw a lot of posts on Instagram, you know, people with all the livestock dead, the fish. That's sad to go through a situation like this. I was talking to a couple friends too, and they were going through it while I had light, but now it's my turn to go through it. Since I went through the outlet situation, I already have some experience to keep everything alive. So, but do yourself a favor, get the thing for the car. If you far away from somebody with electricity, get the thing for the car. I think that's the best solution you can find just to keep your reef tank or your freshwater tank alive, and you're gonna save yourself a headache, and you're gonna save yourself a stress release. So like with the air pump, when a situation like that happen with a power outage, you could call any store and they're gonna be sold out. That's what happened to me. I started stressing at the beginning because I called every single store that could carry those pumps, and everybody was sold out. And the last solution you can find, man, either get a battery backup for the system or get a generator. Get a generator for the house, and that way you prevent all these problems. Right now, the only concern I got is the temperature, since it's hot outside. But the tanks right now are reading, let me see, 80 degrees. So I don't mind that. You know, in the ocean they go through multiple temperature swings, especially when in low tide. So I'm not too worried about that right now. I will worry if it gets below 82 degrees. But right now, so far so good. So like I say, I hope you guys find this video helpful and I can release some of you guys stress. All right, so be relieved. So I see you guys in the next one. Hasta la próxima. Your boy Carlos out. See you guys.